Hello and welcome to X&Y Gaming, another random video I aim to record, upload, and then go live with a stream. I was super privileged to get to watch the Super Mario Bros. Movie, all thanks to Isaiah. Thank you, brother. So, Mario, in a movie. The last time we saw this, I was a very young child, and I absolutely loved it. The 90s Mario film will forever have a place in my heart, but what about the new age, fully animated by the guys that did Minions Mario movie? Well, frankly, I very much enjoyed it. I'll be blunt, from the beginning, it was absolutely and straight up a children's film from beginning to end. The film was very briskly paced and kept up its momentum basically the whole time. The sound design of the film was absolutely superb to me, in both the sound effects, the game music, and the soundtrack music. And there have apparently been some points of contention with the fact that they did, in fact, use some real-world rock and roll music, and not just video game music. To these points of contention, I say, it's a good thing though. Look, because the film starts Mario Luigi off in Brooklyn. So whether you'd like to admit it's actually Brooklyn of Earth, or a sort of Brooklyn that's down the street from New Donk City, Paulina is there. Also, I'm pretty sure I found Charles Martinet as Jumpman from the original Wrecking Crew game. I'm also pretty sure that's the company their old boss works for. Or owns? I don't know. A lot happens in the film that I'm fairly certain I saw Yoshi's, but I'll never know until I get to see the film again. There's a lot of really cool action platforming scenes, and all sorts of goofy situations, such as a very angry dog decides to lock them all together in a bathroom. Also, said dog can enact revenge on Luigi for accidentally stepping on his biscuit treat. I mean, looking back, he didn't even apologize. Yeah, this movie is a little goofy, but its illumination animation at the beginning of the film is a minion in a Mario Kart driving off, and I believe crashing. Possibly dying? Who knows? To be honest, the actors are surprisingly raunchy when talking about Mario. Hell, the April Fool's video with clips from the actors' prior works over gameplay footage was amazing! That entire thing was so much fun. Nintendo is really cutting loose as of late, and I think it's paying off big time. Anyway, the story is basically non-existent, considering the brevity of the movie. The part of it with Mario and Luigi still in Brooklyn and living with their large Italian family is really cute and doesn't feel like it drags on for far too long. It honestly feels like they got a really good pacing down. Let's talk about the cast. Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong is not as bad as people were making it out to be. Yes, he's absolutely just a Seth Rogen voice, but he's at least still voice acting. Anya as Peach, Pratt as Mario, and Day as Luigi, they're all great. Tremendous, really. But nothing can compare to both Key and Black as Toad and Bowser, respectively. Key's Toad voice was consistently brilliant and on point. I would have never even known it was him unless the IMDb told me. Jack Black as King of the Koopas is the best thing I never knew I wanted all my life until right when I saw and heard it all on screen. From the instant that Bowser was on screen and doing things, which is very soon, because it's the literal intro scene as well as the first trailer they ever showed, if I recall correctly. Alright, from that instant onward, Bowser is animated and depicted as very stoic, very strong, and wildly capable. Also, the first time we see and hear Mario and Luigi, they sound amazing! 2 bait and switches are about to happen, but with 2 much different payoffs. First off, by the way, this is officially your spoiler warning. If you don't want spoilers, go away! Alright, so first off, right after the commercial is over, they end up having Jumpman Martinez himself go, "No, you guys sounded great, the voices were a great idea." And then it just sounds like a higher-pitched-ish Chris Pratt and Charlie Day voices. And I was really okay with it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just giving it a pass because I know the film will ultimately have to be Hollywooded. And that's why the 90s live-action ones looked the way it looked, because it just got Hollywooded. The difference is both the approach and execution. The animation is 110,000% better than damn near any other animation film I've ever seen. That might be a little embellishing. I didn't even have my glasses to put on, and I was so enamored and stunned by the absolute gobsmack amount of detail, references, attention to sound effects as certain enemies were interacted with, and the beautiful bait and switch of Bowser from cold, calculating, and ruthless tyrant of war to a lovesick, hopeless romantic pianist who, of course, sang a very PG Tenacious D love song to Peach. It was absolutely beautiful. Everything about the film was just it was so great. Even if the story, again, wasn't really anything, the movie starts off with Bowser invading the Penguin Kingdom very, very successfully, after the penguins dip in their keep, oh so very, very poorly, but adorably. He steals the Power Star, which is the MacGuffin of the Mario movie. Mario and Luigi are deadbeats living with their parents and just finished their first commercial for the first business of which they've just so far had 0 customers. Then they get their first customer. Oops, a truck broke down, so now they gotta use their platforming skills to get to the workplace. Classic Mario action, and oh so soon actually. They get there and do their thing, and also the dog thing is there. And somehow it just works out, and they need to go save the city next. In the process of doing that, Mario and Luigi both get isekai'd into the Mushroom Kingdom. Well, Mario goes there, but loses Luigi, who ends up in Bowser's Kingdom. So, yeah, Bowser gets Luigi, holds him captive, while Mario goes to the princess to ask for help. A Toad comes along, and then the three of them head off to the Kong Kingdom to ask them for help. But not until Mario proves himself to holding out for a hero by doing parkour and sucking at it until he doesn't. Once at the Kong Kingdom, Peach is all help, but Cranky Kong is like, nah. But Mario is all, but yeah though, all stoic-like. And Peach is all, what are you doing, you idiot? But it's too late. He has to fight Donkey Kong in a one-on-one combat. It's basically dogfight parkour with power-ups. Oh yeah, there's power-ups. And Mario hates mushrooms. And he's short. Anyway, Chris Pratt goes full sicko kitty mode on DK and wins. The Kongs help, and they take a shortcut via the Rainbow Road. Oh, by the way, Kongs get around on Mario Karts. There's so much in this movie, I swear. But it's really not that long, I promise. But yeah, so Bowser comes in, and he's all, I feel like I'm still leaving parts out. So much happened, and I've only seen it once. Bowser joins the wacky races, and eventually DK and Mario get knocked out and into the eel from Mario 64. Bowser kidnaps Peach and forces her to marry him. And forces Peach to marry him. As it turns out, she didn't want to marry him after all. Did I mention Bowser wants to marry Peach? This movie is great, dude, I promise. So after bickering like kids, cause the movie's got a movie, Mario and DK work together to exit the eel and get back. At some point, Bowser is beating Mario so badly that he just loses hope like a baby and sulks there. But then DK jumps in, and Peach jumps in, and Luigi even. And by the way, even though Luigi got sidelined, kidnapped, and cucked, Peach way more than makes up for it by being an absolute badass. Like, freezing Bowser by sneaking a freezy flower into her wedding bouquet or whatever. Mario gets his act together and grabs his power-up and goes back to it. The Power Star gets tossed. Oh, yeah, you remember there's a Power Star. So now it's out and it's behind Mario and he goes and runs for it, but Bowser figures out he's just gonna burn Mario alive. Instead, but it's Luigi saving the day. And then Mario and Luigi, together, grasp the Power Star and then victory. Bowser is a pet in a jar now, playing the piano and singing about Peach, which I absolutely cannot wait until it gets clipped onto YouTube. And Mario and Luigi continue their lives, but now from the Mushroom Kingdom. Oh man, that was an absolute blast to see on the screen, and I promise my absolute masterpiece of a painting of words will never do the actual film justice. To be perfectly honest, if you like Mario or just have kids, definitely do check out the movie. If you like animated films with lots of cool action, sure, check it out, but if you're not really a fan of any of that, well, this film is definitely not for you. From what I hear, the critics didn't much care for it. However, from my experience, I thought it was pretty damn good. But what do you think? Have you seen the film for yourself, or do you want to go? Anyway, I'm going to look into getting that random secret Minecraft stream started now that I'm done typing the script. Thank you oh so very much for watching, and remember, Jesus loves you, and I love you too.